Okay, so we've finished with the clover leaf now. That's all done, but it's made a right mess in the filters. Loads of like chalky stuff in the filters, so we're gonna have to get these things open. You've not seen my filter system yet, have you? Okay, so there you go. I'll show you inside. Let's go. Now I don't usually use or get this much of the filter system out because a lot of the waste lands at the bottom of each bay anyway, and then I've got taps at the bottom there where I just basically discharge any silt or rubbish or waste or whatever it is on the bottom. So I discharge from there. So it's kind of rare that I have to do this. I know lots of people out there are saying you need one of the Nexus machines. Probably didn't go for that though, went for this, so I have to deal with what I've got. So basically this is really quite an extreme clean for me. This is this a lot of times I try to get this done as and when it needs it. The rest is just getting rid of silt and then any stuff trapped in the stop bits. Okay, so what I've done now, I've just isolated the pond from the filter system because I only want to use the water that's in the filter system to clean the filter system. It is pond water, but I don't want to use too much of the water in the pond, so I've basically shut the main valve down from the bottom drain, and then I let the pump run for a little while just to put maximum water in the pond. So I've got maximum water in there. I'm not trying to waste little water. Then as soon as it got to its lowest level, I've then shut off the pump and then isolated that end as well. So I'm now isolated front and back. This is all isolated now. There's no water coming in, there's no water going out. Okay, so we'll get on with the clean. Okay, so first of all I'm going to take out the sensor, the temperature sensor. I don't want that getting in the way of the clean. Brushes coming out next, covered in this, obviously in blanket weave, but also in the leftover remnants. Give them a dunk. Try to get as much of this weed off them as I can because there's blooming tons of it. Okay, and I put these in a separate bucket. Again, trying to get as much weed off as I can. Okay, there's the last one out. Okay, as you can see, it's now left us with this milky residue stuff, which is a bit of a pain. So I've got two options now. I can either dump the vortex and then go straight to the other side and dump the other side. But I think at the moment I'm going to clean them all off. I'm going to give them all a dump, and then it'll sort of push me forward to doing a water change as well. So yeah, so anyway, I'm going to now open the valves down here for this vortex and let a bit of water off. Okay, all I've done is take me now below this level because this will be my wash station now. So I'm washing all the sponges and everything comes out of these other bays. I shall wash in these two bays here, and then I'm only wasting or throwing away the water from these two bays. Okay. Okay, I intend to use just pond water for all this cleaning, because now I've got my nitrite level where I want it, which is 0. I want to keep it there, so I don't want to try to get rid of too much bacteria, good bacteria, so I'm going to try to keep these out of the water minimum amount of time. Sooner the better. The good bacteria doesn't like to be out of the water very long, so the quicker I can get this done, the better. Right, so I'm now going to just empty the vortex, because that's got lots of like sludgy stuff in it, so I'm going to now empty that and then put some new water, just open up the vortex, put some clean water from the pond in there, and then carry on with the cleaning. Okay, so now just give each bay a quick flush. And then get these filters back in as soon as I can, so they're not out of water very long. Okay, just in case of putting everything back again. Cool, everything back in. So we're just going to empty this off now quick, and then get it filled. I have a funny feeling it's going to take a couple of goes, because there's lots and lots of that silty stuff on the bottom of the pond. And I just flushed some water down into my shovel. Yeah, just flushed some water into my vortex, and it just flushed a load of silt. So I have a funny feeling I'm going to be clearing this out a couple of times over the next week from the residue of what's been left after that cloverleaf stuff. But such is life. So what can you do? Okay, folks. A little bit of something that just while I'm cleaning out the filters, I'm obviously going to be dropping the levels in the filter bays, and then the water in the pond will fill up the filters. So a bit of a top tip here, because I've seen this on the internet, and I've heard a lot of stories about these. When you fit these upside down aquariums, if you're thinking about doing it, is if you are going to suddenly drop the water level in your pond and it goes below the bottom of the aquarium, it'll instantly start filling with air. And what you find with these things is, because obviously they're just glass, is that you get a sudden rush of air in, and they've been known to crack and break. And then you've got glass in your pond, and you've got to buy another one of these. So what I'm going to do now is just empty it, because I'm ready to start filling up. When I'm ready to start filling up the filter system again, the water level will drop below here, because I've only got sort of an inch or so between sort of the above where the bottom of the aquarium is, if that makes sense. So I'm going to just empty it up now. Dead easy to do. You can do it nice and controlled. The same way you fill it. Stick your hose pipe up into the unit. Just give it a quick blow, and then you'll find what you find then is it'll start filling with air. You just slowly start letting the air back in. This will drop the water levels, and then you're doing it controlled. So if you get an all of a sudden glug, it's going to break this thing. So I'll just slowly do this, and then I'll fill it up, and then we'll put it on, fill it back up again. Okay. Okay, time to open up the main bottom drain and let this thing get filled again. See how string algae is still coming out from the bottom? I think I'm going to be doing this for a while, to be honest. Okay, so there you go. That's like a deep clean of my filter system. Okay, what I do like to do, once I've done one of these deep cleans, because obviously I've chucked a lot of water away there, potentially some good bacteria, is just dump one of these in. Cloverleaf pearls. These are basically advanced bacteria, so this is a good bacteria, and I'll just put one of these in one of the bays and just let it dissolve, and then it puts the good bacteria back in again. So usually 3 pearls, you get what they're called pearls, like big round black balls, and one packet does 3 pearls do 60,000 litres. So you only need one at a time. You know, I've got nowhere near 60,000 litres, so one's plenty for mine. It never have too good bacteria, and so I just put one at a time. I'm on my second one now. I did this water change like this about a month ago, and now I've done this one. So yeah, I'll put one of these in as well, just to bump up the good bacteria again. I don't like to touch these things because of that bacteria on it, but I wash my hands really well afterwards, because you just never know. Obviously good bacteria for the pond, but is it good bacteria for me? I wash my hands loads, so I don't usually touch it. I just pop it out the bag and then seal the bag back up. It goes back in storage. So there you have it, pond clean. If you got any questions about my filter system, should have my haircut, by the way, next week. We'll get this sorted, and then away we go from there. Okay, so leave a comment you want, and I'll answer them where I can. Okay, bye.